Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gandharvika Giridhari, Gandharvika Giridhari Gaura Hari. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Subhadramai, Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Ananta De, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Ananta De. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की
जय,
प्रभुपाद की
जय,
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की
जय, हरि हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna, welcome to Sunday Fest program. So we are reading from Panathur 1, chapter 2. Very foundational principles are mentioned in this first two cantos, which is chapter number 2. And we will be discussing sloka number 26. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim
Devim Saraswatim
Vyasam
Vyasam
Tato Jayam Udiraye
Tato Jayam Udiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
We will recite the sloka 26 and of course also we have 27. So we just read the 27 translation. We will record after later. Mumuksheva Goran Rupan
Mumukshavo Goram Rupa
Mumuksheva Goran Rupan
Mumukshvo Gora Rupa
Hitva Bhuta Patinata
Hitva Bhuta Patinata
Narayana Kala Shanta
Narayana Kala Santa
Bhajanti Ye Anasuyava
Bhajanti He Anusuyavaha
Mumuksheva Goran Rupan
Mumukshvo Gora Rupa
Hitva Bhuta Patinata
Hitva Bhuta Patinata
Narayana Kala Shanta
Narayana Kala Santa
Bhajanti He Anasuyava
Bhajanti He Anusuyava
Mumuksheva Goran Rupan
Mumukshvo Gora Rupa
Hitva Bhuta Patinata
Hitva Bhutan Patinata
Narayana Kala Shanta
Narayana Kala Santa
Bhajanti He Anasuyava
Bhajanti He Anusuyavaha Mumukshvo Gora Rupan
Mumuksheva Goran Rupan
Hitva Bhutan Patinata
Hitva Bhuta Patinata
Narayana Kala Santa
Narayana Kala Shanta
Bhajanti He Anusuyavaha
Bhajanti He Anasuyava
Mumukshavo Gora Rupan Hitva Bhuta Patinata Narayana Kala Santa Bhajanti He Anusuyavaha Mumukshavo Gora Rupan Hitva Bhutan Patinata Narayana Kala Santa Bhajanti He Anusuyavaha Mumukshavo Gora Rupan Hitva Bhuta Patinata Narayana Kala Santa Bhajanti He Anusuyavaha Mumukshavo Gora Rupan हित्वा भूतान् पतिन्नता नारायण कला शांता भजन्ति हि अनुसूयवः मुमुक्षवो घोररूपान् हित्वा भूतापतिन् अथा नारायण कला शांता भजन्ति हि अनुसूयवः
Mumukshava. So don't read the word to word meaning. Don't read the word to word. Just show the shloka.
Okay.
Thank you. What is Mumukshava? Who desires liberation? Who desires liberation? Okay. Ghor Rupan. Ghor Rupan. Very ghastly
Ghastly.
forms. Ghor Rupan. Hitwa. Benefits, but here Prabhupada also has another meaning according to the context is rejecting. Bhutapatin. Bhutapati. Bhuta means past. Huh? Past. Bhutakala. Bhuta means ghost. Bhuta means living entity also. So Bhutapati. Devatas. Ataha, therefore, for this reason, Narayana means Narayana. Kala. Art. Art. Kala, Shastra, Vignan, Mahavidyalayam. So that's art, science, commerce. Art is also means Kala. But here, plenary portions. Narayana Kala. Shantaha. Peace, blissful. Bhajanti, bhajana, bhajanti. Worship. Ye means nichita, anasuyeva. Anasuyeva means without enviousness. Non-enviousness. So, what would be the translation? मुमुक्षेवा घोर रूपान हित्वा भूतपति अथा नारायण कला शांता भजन्ति ये अनुसूयव. So मुमुक्षेवा, those who are desiring liberation. घोर रूपान हित्वा. Hitwa means hitwa just to reject. घोर रूपान and भूतपति अथा
Worshipping devatas. Worshipping the devatas.
Worshipping the demigods. What we do? Reject. Hitwa means reject. And if you reject that, then you should do something else. What do we do?
You worship Narayana.
Narayana Kala Shanta Bhajanti He Anasuyeva. Without non-envious, without being envious, you worship the
Supreme.
Narayana. Please read the translation. Translation and purport by his divine grace. This is the Swami Prabhupada ki serious, serious. Those, so please repeat. Those who are serious about liberation.
Those who are serious about liberation
are certainly not envious.
are certainly non-envious
And they respect all.
and they respect all.
Yet
Yet
they reject the horrible and ghastly forms
and ghastly forms
of the demigods. And then what they do?
worship
Only
only
the all blissful forms of
Lord Vishnu
and his plenary portions. If somebody asks, can you show me a proof Shastra Praman where it is recommended to worship Narayana, exclusively Narayana? And where is that shloka? 1.2.26. Okay, purport. So, it's a very long purport. Beautiful purport. The Supreme Personality Godhead or Sri Krishna, who is the original person of the Vishnu categories, expand himself in two different categories, namely the integrated plenary portion and the separated parts and parcel. Who are the separated parts and parcel?
Living entities.
The separated parts and parcels are the survivors, and the integrated plenary portions of the Vishnu Tattva are the worshipful objects of a service. So one expansion is to serve, and other expansion is to be served. All demigods, and Prabhupada is talking about who are these devatas. All demigods who are empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead are also separated parts and parcels. Devatas are also
Part and parcel of.
separated parts and parcels. Very important. They do not belong to the category of
Vishnu Tattva.
The Vishnu Tattvas are living beings equally as powerful as the original form of the personality Godhead, and they display different categories of power in consideration of different times and circumstances. So, Vishnu Tattvas, they exhibit some particular power in time, place, and circumstances. If Narasimha Bhagavan comes, he only shows one form. Bhagavan Ramchandra ji comes, he shows different things. They do not, the separated parts and parcels are powerful by limitation. They are powerful, but they are
Limited.
They do not have unlimited power like the Vishnu Tattvas. And therefore, one should never classify Vishnu Tattva and the plenary portions of Narayana, the personality of Godhead, in the same categories with the parts and parcel. If anyone does so, he becomes at once an offender by the name called as Ashanti. In the age of Kali, many foolish persons commit such unlawful offenses and equalize that these two categories, they equalize. Do you remember some offense which say the name of the Lord and the Devatas are not on the same category?
Second offense to the
Fantastic. The separated parts and parcels have different positions in the estimation of material power, and some of them are like, Prabhupada is talking about the separated parts and parcels. They are like Kana Bhairava, Smashana Bhairava, Shani, Mahakali, and Chandika. These demigods are worshipped mostly by those who are in the lowest categories of the moods of darkness, are called as Tamoguna. Other demigods like Brahmadev, Shivji, Suryadev, Ganesh, and many similar deities are worshipped by men in the mode of
Passion.
passion. But what about those who are in the mode of Sattva-guna? And this mode of passion has by the desire for material enjoyment. So what is driving for them? That's for
Material
material enjoyment. But those who are actually situated in the mode of goodness, Sattva-guna, of material nature, they worship only
Vishnu Tattva.
Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu Tattvas are represented by various names and forms such as Narayana, Damodhar, Vamanadev, Govinda Devji, and Adokshara. The qualified Brahmanas, now what should be our attitude towards these people, personalities, are those who are worshipping Devatas and Devatas itself. The qualified Brahmanas worship Vishnu Tattva represented by Shaligram Sila, and some of them of the higher caste like Kshatriya and Vaishya are also generally worship the Vishnu Tattva. Highly qualified Brahmanas situated in the mode of Buddhism have no grudges. They have
No grudges.
no grudges against the mode of the worship of the others. They have all respect for other demigods, even though they may look ghastly like Kalabhairava or Mahakali. They know very well that these horrible features of the Supreme Lords are all different servitors of the Lord under the different conditions. A, they reject the worship of both horrible and attractive features of the Devatas, and they concentrate only on the forms of Vishnu because they are serious about the liberation from the material conditions. They concentrate only on the Vishnu form because they are
Liberation.
serious. The demigods even to the stage of Lord Brahmadev. Now, why not? Why not Brahma Devatas? Why don't you not worship? The Brahma, the supreme of all the Devatas, cannot offer liberation to anyone. Any example? Brahmadev couldn't offer liberation.
Ravana,
Hiranyakashipu went a severe type of penance to become eternal in the life, but his worshipful deity, Brahmadevji, couldn't satisfy him with such a blessing. Therefore, Vishnu and no one else is called as Muktipada. Muktipada means those who offer Mukti. Mukunda. The demigods, like being other living entities in the material world, are liquidated at the time of annihilation of the material structure. Everything is liquidated. And they are themselves unable to get the liberation and what to stop or what to speak of giving liberation to their devotees. The demigods can award the worshipper some temporary benefits only and not the ultimate. Shreyas. They may offer prayers but not the Shreyas. And it is for this reason only that the candidates for liberation deliberately reject the worship of Devatas, although they have no disrespect for any one of them.
Yadasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Varijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Rapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pramami Hari Priye Mancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Mahadanya Krishna Prema Pradaya Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatadeshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna. Very auspicious welcome to all of you in the very auspicious month of Kartik Mas. Just began on the Thursday, the 17th of October, and it has a lot of glories. And the shloka is also very apt, particularly in this month. Because every month there is the Devatas, Adi Devatas, the presiding deities for each month. Just like Ashwini is Padmanabhan, Kartik is Damodharam. Ashwini Padmanabhan, Kartik is Damodharam. So this month, the Adi Devatas, the presiding deities is Damodharam. So that means, and not only that, the presiding Devi or goddess of fortune is Srimati Radharani. So this particular month is also called Kartik because it is the month of Kartika. And who is the Kartika? Srimati Radharani. So this particular month is very auspicious and especially exclusively mean to worship Radharani and Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And those who worship Radharani in this particular month, the bhakti is because if you have to get bhakti, you don't have to go to Narayan. So Narayan may not get. But if you go to Srimati Radharani and she recommends our name, then you will definitely be granted bhakti and be allowed to keep our bhakti. Yes or no? That's what we are doing. Yes. Otherwise, why Sunday 11:30 being here? Somewhere something else we be doing. But especially this Kartik Mass, it has wonderful glories. That if you just hear the glories of Kartik Mass, what? Just hear the glories of Kartik Mass. Whatever the sin that we have committed in this life and the previous lifetime, it will be all vanquished. So after this, if you just hear some glories, after leaving this last of the session today, you will be assured that yes, bro, they will assure that there will be no sin. But if you go and like an elephant, wash yourself and again put the mud, then back to square. So, but this Kartik must assure that if you just do the pradakshina, if you just do pradakshina to the temple in this Kartik Mass, you will get the glories or the benefit of offering or doing the dana of 1,000 gomatas. How many? 1,000 gomatas. If you just not an opportunity for this, and you have to break the other side. Pradakshina to the temple of Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana, that you will get the benefit of offering 1,000 gomatas now. Not gomatas. You have to purchase the gomata, you do not have gomata, and even if you purchase, we not even done. Because and where we keep in Bangalore, we do not have. We may keep kuttas or dogs, but not gomatas. But those who are keeping gomatas and giving charity, very, very worship. In this month, if you offer, if you just recite Srimad Bhagavatam, half a shloka, how much?
Half shloka.
Half a shloka, you will get the benefit of performing the 100 Ashwamedh yajna.
Evil.
How many?
100 yes.
100 Ashwamedh yajna. And if you, sorry, 100 cows, that will be the doing the charity of 100 cows. And if you recite the whole Bhagavatam shloka, that means
100 yes.
100 plus 100, 200. So today you already had donated 200,000. Recited, we have to get along with us. So I will also like to take that. And so during the Deepavali time and Dasara, you will see that there is like 10% benefit, 20% discount. But whatever the devotional service that you do in this particular month, you will get the benefit crore times. How many times?
Crore.
Crore, 1 crore times. So that is the glories of this Kartik Mass. If you recite Bhagavatam every single day along with the devotees, you will get the benefit of reading all the 18 Puranas. How many? 18. You will not even know the names of 18 Puranas. Not to talk about accessing them, not to talk about reading those 18 Puranas. But if you just do the Bhagavad reading today along with the devotees, you will get the benefit of all 18 Puranas. And of course, if you just offer a lamb to Lord Damodar in this month, so the scene, Padma Purana says that the scene that you have committed, like Mandara mountain, means the scene that from heap of the scene, if it is like as tall as Mandara mountain, that can be vanished simply by offering a lamb to Lord Damodar. And then what to talk about reciting the Damodar Ashtakam, not to talk about inviting your friends, relatives, and other people to the temple or our respective home and giving them opportunity to offer a lamb to Lord. Very wonderful. So this particular one is exclusively to the worship of. If you cannot worship the 12 months, Lord says that you just worship in 1 month, and that 1 month is the Kartik Mass. You see, among in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that among the mass, which mass I am? Margashira is there. So Margashira comes after Kartik, right? So after Kartik, you worship Radharani, and then you get blessings. Then you are ready to worship Narayana or Vishnu. So the Margashira comes after Kartik. So you are ready for the Margashira. So very, very auspicious. So here particularly, it is said that those who are in the more, those who are serious about the liberation, those who are serious about the liberations are certainly non-envious, and they respect all aid, they respect the horrible and the ghastly forms of the Devtas and the worship only all this peaceful form of Lord Vishnu and his plenary portions. So now, if you see, this is as I said earlier, this particular section is a very foundational section of order of Srila Prabhupada and Gaudiya Vaishnava, because all the basic principles are mentioned in the first and second canto, and especially this particular chapter, which is divinity and the divine service. So the context actually in the first canto, the chapter number 1, um, what was the just overall understanding of the canto 1, chapter 1? Now we are in the chapter 2. Sages? Very wonderful. The sages of Naimisharanya, they are asking the questions to Sutta Goswami. And how many questions asked? 5, 7, 8, 9, 6 questions. So 6 questions. Do we remember that 6 questions? Don't say no. Let's scratch and go to that hardcore memory and see that the RAM and then hard disk and see that if you can remember somewhere.
What is the ultimate good for?
Perfect. The first is that what is the ultimate good for all the people, not only to me but all the people. So that you see that is the mood of sages or the mood of Vedic culture. That I'm not talking about myself, but I'm talking about all the people in general. Very good. What was the next question? What is the essence of all the religious scripture by which the actual self becomes satisfied? So that is the second question. The third question, why did Lord take birth from the womb of Mother Devaki? And the fourth question, after taking birth, what act did he perform? Especially according to the Yugal Swami, he is saying that Purusha Avatar. So Mahavishnu and then Karnadaksha Vishnu, Vajraksha Vishnu, and Shirodaksha Vishnu. And then who are his avatars? That is described about the Lila avatar. And the last but not least, that where has Dharma gone now that the Krishna has left the earth, and where the Dharma will take shelter? Now Krishna has left to his abode. Now where Dharma will take shelter? So these are the 6 questions. Now can we again revise ourselves? Yes, sir.
What is the ultimate good for,
What is the ultimate good?
for all living?
For all living.
Vedic scriptures.
Essence of
Essence of
religious
Vedic
scripture.
scriptures.
Perfect.
Why Krishna took birth?
Why Krishna did.
Why did Lord Krishna take birth from the womb of Mother Devaki? Fourth, what acts did he perform? Jiva Goswami talking about specifically Purusha Avatar.
Purusha.
And next, fifth one.
Lila.
Very good. Who are his avatar? Please explain about Lila avatar. And the last but not
Where is
least,
Dharma take shelter?
where did Lord, but now after living in his abode, where did Dharma take the shelter? And then what is Sutta Goswami says? The second chapter begins with offering obeisances. He did not start directly. He started offering obeisances to Sukadeva Goswami and Narayanam, then Namaskritam, Namachavam, Devim, Saraswati, Vyasam, everybody. So he's offering the obeisances on the great personality. So this indicates the Vedic culture where before we begin any activity, we seek the blessings of the acharyas, we seek the blessings of senior personality, we seek the blessings of our parents, we seek the blessings of our dear Supreme Lord Sri Krishna and our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. And that's what we do always. So he also saw. So that is how they show by their example. The great personalities show by their own example, and we follow that. And then after offering the obeisances, not only said he's Sutta Goswami, he said that he started glorifying the sages because the questions that you have asked, they are very wonderful questions. Because these questions are related to Krishna. Munaya sadhu pushtoham bhavad vir loka mangalam. Because these questions are related to Krishna because they will offer our mangalam. They are auspicious. Yet Krishna samprashna yenatma suprasidhati. Such questions are very wonderful because they are related to Krishna. They will bring the loka mangalam and they will yes prasad yenatma suprasidhati. It will actually bring the satisfaction. And that is why these questions are very, very beneficial. So when we ask the question, so this gives a hint what kind of question we should ask. When we go to acharyas, we should ask relevant questions, not to the like if sometimes one devotee went to Srila Prabhupada and asked something irrelevant question, and Srila Prabhupada said that is it really important to ask this kind of question? So when we go to the spiritual personality, spiritual master, we should ask the question, and that is what here Sutta Goswami is actually glorifying. Muni sadhu pushtam bhavat vid loka mangalam yet pushta samprasno yanatma suprasati 1.2.5. And then immediately Sutta Goswami started answering the all the questions, and the landmark verse comes. And what is the landmark verse? After the 1.2.5, after 5 what comes? After 1.2.5 what comes? 1.2.6. After 1.2.5 what comes?
2.2.6.
6. 1.2.6. And what is the 1.2.6? Very famous shloka. Savai Pumsa Mama. Savai Pumsa Paramdharma. Yathor Bhakti Adab Sade. Ahitati Apataha Pratihata Yatma Suprasidati. Again, he is talking about the supreme occupation of all the living entities. And what is the supreme occupation of all the living entities? Savai Pumsa Paro Dharma. So there may be some dharma in this material world, talking about taking care of the body, taking care of the father, taking care of his father, taking care of his mother services, all these things, going to the office. That dharma is okay. But there is a paradharma. And what is that paradharma? Para means
Supreme.
supreme dharma. Savai Pumsa Paro Dharma Yathor Bhakti Adokshade. The service to the Adokshaja. And that is the paradharma. And when should we do? Ahituki. In what mood we should do? Ahituki. So not expecting anything else. भगवान के पास जाने के लिस्ट यही चाहिए वो चाहिए बैंक बैलेंस गुड हाउस प्रमोशन and all those things. No. Ahituki and how it should be? Not only on Sunday 11 o'clock or 10:45, but every single day. Ahituki and Pratihata. And then what will happen? Jayatma Suprasidati. And such a devotional service unto the Lord Krishna will bring the Jayatma Suprasidati. So these are these. So in this chapter, very foundational principles of Krishna consciousness here. And after explaining that 1.2.6, Sutta Goswami talks, what is the ultimate result of all our work? What is to be gained after we do all this work, all these our activities? What is the result to be gained? And that is where he says that the result to be gained is only bhakti. And then how that bhakti should be there? It's very wonderful, beautiful slokas. Like Tasmad Ekin Manasa Bhagavan Satvatam Pati Srotavya Kiti Tavvecha Deyam Pujacha Nityadaha. And then therefore 1 point attention should be there. And then immediately he talks about that Chindanti Kovidasta 1.2.15. And then finally from 1.2.16 he talks about that how bhakti progresses. Susrusha Srata Dhanasya Vasudeva Katha Ruchi, serving the sages, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then we get the Sraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivrutti, Asakti, Ruchi, Bhava and Prema. So Sutta Goswami is actually the glories of the bhakti is established. And after the glories of the bhakti is established, now the particular section that we are discussing is establishing the glories of Bhagavan. And finally, the shloka before that he says that Vishnu is the ultimate. And today, Sutta Goswami says that Vishnu is the ultimate, then we should exclusively worship only Vishnu, not the Hitvam, Bhutapati Natha. So rejecting all the Gora Rupan and Bhutapati Natha. So rejecting all the other forms. So now, after talking about the exclusive worship of Vishnu in the previous sloka, and so because if we have to give definition, we have to put the definition in both the ways. What it is and what it is not. So particularly here Sutta Goswami is talking about that what the devotional service is not, and the devotional service is not about worshipping the Devatas. So now the question comes, who are the Devatas? Who are the devatas?
Living entity, empowered living entity.
Empowered living entities. Very good. That's where we read purport today for us attentively. So we could recall the point that devatas are nothing but the empowered living entities. What else?
They're separated part and parcel.
They are separated part and parcel of Krishna. Very good.
Yes, servants.
They are servants. Okay.
They are limited power. They have limited power.
They have power, but limited power, but they are not the Mukti father. Mukti father. Very good. Mataji said,
They are either passion or ignorance.
those who are in the mood of ignorance only they worship this Bhora, Rupan, Bhutapati, Anata. Mataji said, any other one?
Whoever from the material device, they worship and
Those who are looking for the material benefit, they worship Devatas. Okay. Very good.
Their benefits are very temporary.
Then, okay, what is benefits? These are we come to the point. So, these Lord Krishna, and one of the things that we didn't bring out here is that Lord Krishna doesn't directly manage the affairs of the universe, and then he appoints other qualified living entities to act on his behalf, and they are the Devatas. So, the Supreme Person Godhead is the original person, and he expands himself into the two categories. We saw that Prabhupada's purport was very clear. So there are two categories. He expands himself as
Separate parts and parcels.
separate part and parcel.
And expansion. Plenary expansion. Plenary expansion.
Prabhupada is very, one is separated and other, he used a very specific word. Integrated plenary portions. So first is the separated and one is the integrated part. And these integrated plenary portions are nothing but they are of categories like of Vishnu
Vishnu Tattva.
And those are the separated parts and parcels. They are in the categories like Jiva Tattva. And you also say that they are the empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They do not belong to the category of Vishnu Tattva. And therefore, and Prabhupada said that since they are not on the category of Vishnu Tattva, one should not equate them in the category of Vishnu Tattva. And if somebody does that, then he is nothing but offender. And the word that Prabhupada used as a
Partiality.
Now, the different people worship the Devatas according to the different gunas, and that we also saw in the purport. And there is a shloka in Bhagavad Gita 17.4, and where at the end of 16th chapter, Bhakti Shastri, who are studying Bhakti Shastri here? ఒకటి ಎರಡು ಮೂರು ನಾಲ್ಕು who is our Bhakti okay. So 4 of them. So what is chapter 16? Chapter 16 title.
Demonic nature.
Daivic mentality and the asuric mentality. And at the end of 16th chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says 16.23, this shastra with the Sajja Vartate Kama Karata, na Siddhim Avapnati, na Sukham na Param Gati. So those who reject the shastra and act according to the one's own whims, Vartate Kama Karata, Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti, na Sukham na Param Gati. For such people, there is no siddhi, no sukham, no param gati. Param gati means
Supreme destination.
the supreme destination. Then, in the 17th chapter, see some of the chapter of Bhagavad Gita begins with the context of the previous chapter. So, in the 16th chapter, Arjuna, Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is saying that these people are there, those who are rejecting the Shastra. But there are some people, even though they are rejecting the Shastra, but they are still worshipping different things. And that is where the 17th chapter begins. Arjuna asking the question, what is their faith? How they worship the different things? And that is the 17.4. Lord Krishna says that the main in the different gunas, either Sattva-guna, Raja-guna, and Tamo-guna, they worship the different personalities. The Bhagavad Gita 17.4 says that those who are in the mode of goodness, they worship Devatas, but Prabhupada talks differently in this sloka. Those in the mode of passion worship demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship ghost and spirit. And today's Prabhupada talks about those who are in the mode of ignorance,
Ghost.
they worship
Ghastly forms.
ghastly and Ghora Rupan. And what are those?
Bhairava.
Bhairava,
Kali.
Smashana Bhairava,
Kali.
Mahakali, and Chandika. And those who are in the mode of Rajoguna, they worship the Devatas. Brahmadev,
Shiva, Ganesha.
Surya Devji, Ganeshji, and but what are the fundamental underlying principle for them? Mataji said,
Material.
yes, they are asked, they are pushed. The impetus is only for the material enjoyment. And those who are in Satvaguna, Satvika Bhavam, Satvika Nirmanam Phalam. The Satvika is enlightening. Right? 13th chapter, 14th chapter specifically. The Satvaguna is Nirmanam. Sattvat Sanjayate Jnanam. So those who are in the mode of goodness, the result is of that is Jnanam, knowledge. And those who are in the mode of goodness, they worship Vishnu Tattvas. And the Vishnu Tattvas are represented by the different names and forms such as Narayana, Damodar, Vamana Devji, Govinda Devji,
Adokshana.
Exactly as it is Prabhupada. As it is. If you are attending to Prabhupada, say, oh, you are serious, they can understand. My problem with my disciple that they are distributing my books, but
Not
they are not reading my
Reading.
books. But when you read Prabhupada, one book, and today's one sentence is such a powerful, every sentence, particularly one sentence is such a deep and profound. And if you follow Prabhupada's one line, one can actually make our life very successful. What are the challenges? So now we saw that who are the demigods, we saw that they worship according to the different gunas. So what are the challenges of the worshipping devatas? If worship devatas, what will happen?
So you will go to higher planets.
One may go to the higher planets. Okay, that's good, no? Enjoy money. You go to the higher planets.
Again, you have to
But again, you'll fall
again, you have
down.
to fall down.
So we have to come back again to that. Any praman for that, or because something whimsically you are taking out of nowhere. Somewhere I heard in the Google that you do something and you come back. So what is the praman for that?
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita, okay? Chapter number? Chapter number?
Chapter 2 also.
Chapter 2 also.
No.
What is that 2 also? Where is that 2?
Recently I'm reading.
Huh?
Recently I'm reading. Once the prior states
Chapter
they
2,
will also come back to the Bhuta, Bhutan.
That is in 9.25. So we can give the reference.
Yeah.
I don't recall in the second chapter where, but definitely in the 9th chapter there is that. One is anti-devata, they want to anti-devata, Bhutani anti-devata, and then they go worship, they come to my abode. That is 9.25.
9.25.
And then there is also 7.20 to 23 that also Krishna Prabhupada, Lord Krishna says similar one. Those who worship Devatas, they go to the abode of Lord, abode of Devatas, and those who worship me, they come to me. And but we are talking about the limit, you said, no, you said, right? No, you said, right? You go there and you come back.
It's good.
So where is the proof for that?
No, that is also Bhagavad Gita.
Huh?
Sloka we don't know.
Okay, in 9.9th chapter only, where is just before 25? What comes before 25? 24. What comes before 24? 23. Please read that. Oh, that could be 23 only. Can you just read 9.23 or 21? Chine Punne Pat Mate Loko Vishanti. It's 9.21 or 23? Chine Punne Mate Loko Vishanti. I think it's 9.21. 200. Chine Punne Mate Loko Vishanti. Third line of this is the fourth line of Shloka. 9.21, right? So the third line of that shloka, Chine Punne Mate Loko Vishanti. So as soon as our pious spirit is over, we come back to the material world. Very good. So that is the other things. What are the other challenges or difficulties that one worshipping devatas?
They can't provide it.
Then okay, that we told their fruits are limited and temporary. And Prabhupada says, um, very wonderful line says that if you want to, I mean, devatas can give you a temporary result, but not the ultimate one. Ultimate one, but the ultimate one. So the demigod can award the worshipper some temporary benefits only, but not the
Ultimate.
one. And also in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that yes, those who are worshipping devatas, okay, but they are Avidhi Purvakam. Do you recall that? The word called as Avidhi Purvakam 97.23. ये अपि अन्य देवता भक्त यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः ते अपि माम् एव कुन्ते यजन्ते अविधि पूर्वकम. So those who worship devatas, actually those are worshipping those faith comes from me only. Yajante Shraddhanvitaha, but they worship Yajanti Avidhi Purvakam. They worship only in a Avidhi Purvakam. So even Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7.23 that the worship of devatas are okay, but it's not according to me, this is Avidhi Purvakam. And 9.21 we also saw that Sine Punya Madhya Loka Vishanti. And of course, for today's purpose, what Sri Prabhu was also mentioning that not a Mukti Pada, and only Mukti Pada is that we can offer to the Lord Mukunda or Murari, the Punarapi Janman, Punarapi Maranam, the cycle of birth and death, cycle says that can be, one can be delivered from the cycle of birth and death only when we take a center of Murari. Who is Murari?
Krishna.
Sometimes when we are in a station and we ask who is Murari, somebody says that because he has a flute, that's why it's called as Murari. So what is who is Murari? Mataji said rightly. Mura Ali. Ali means enemy. Mura means the Rakshas, the demon called as Mura. The enemy of Mura is our dear Lord, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And then Bhagavad Gita very clearly says that this is a temporary, Avidhi Purvakam, but still people worship devatas. Why? And that is the next sloka. What could be the reason that still people worship devatas?
For material benefits.
For material benefit, very good.
Because of ignorance.
Because of ignorance,
Because of their guna. Quality.
because of
Rajoguna.
because of the influence of Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Okay.
Since
Instant Maggi, instant noodles, instant, and immediately चाहिए. Instant, very good. रजस तमाम प्रकृति ये हम समशील भजन्ति वया पितृ भूता प्रदेशादीन श्रिय ऐश्वर्य प्रजेत्सवः श्रिय ऐश्वर्य प्रजा प्रजनी ईप्सः ईप्सिता means desiring. So those who desire Sri, Aishwarya and Praja, they worship Devatas. That is the sloka. Can anyone read the translation?
those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance worship those in the same category, namely the forefathers, other living beings, and the demigods who are in charge of cosmetic activities. Cosmic activities. For they are urged by a desire to be materially benefited with women, wealth, power, and progeny.
Pitra Bhuta Prajeshadi Sriya Aishwarya Praja Ipsava. Ipsava means desire. So what they desire? So why they worship Devatas? Why they worship Devatas?
Wealth,
Sri, Aishwarya,
Aishwarya.
Praja, Ipsita. So they desire all these things, and that is why, and as all you intelligently and rightly said that because you want instantly, immediately, all those things, so they worship Devatas. Krishna is Sutta Goswami is telling very authentically and bona fide way that if you want all those things, you go and worship Devatas. So in Bhagavad Gita, there is a shloka 7.20. Bhagavad Gita 7 chapter 20, 21, 22, 23. These all slokas actually talks about related to Devatas. They are demigod worship. And what is that shloka? Kama staiter bhuta jnana prapadente prapadente कामस्तय भूत ज्ञान कामस्तय भूत ज्ञान प्रपद्यन्ते अन्य देवताः कामस काम means desire कामस्तय भूत ज्ञान their intelligence is stolen by kama and what do they do प्रपद्यन्ते प्रपद्यन्ते अन्य देवता so those are one whose intelligence has been stolen by the desires or kama, such a people were surrendered to the
Devi Devata.
same. So Bhagavad Gita, so Sutta Goswami is talking about that those who want Sri Aishwarya and Praja, they go to Devatas and Bhagavan Sri Krishna is saying Bhagavad Gita, Kama Staita Uta Jnana Prapadyanti and Devata. So Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam both are same message, there is no difference. Very similar, there is no difference. One says that one, Sutta Goswami directly says that he wants Sri Aishwarya and they go worship, whereas Lord says that Kama Sreta Jnana, those intelligence has been gone, they actually worship Anya Devatas or surrender to Anya Devatas. Now the question may come, that's fine, let me have Sri Aishwarya, Praja, because we have to contribute to the 1.4 billion, right? So now if we don't do that, then who will contribute? So we have to, so what is the problem or what are the challenges with the material enjoyment?
Temporary they are.
These are temporary, okay?
It will lead to the misery.
It will lead to
Misery.
it will lead to miseries.
Exactly.
Where is the which shloka says that? Dukkha yena yevata 5.22. 5.22 यही संस्कार से जब होगा दुख को योग नहीं होते आदि अंतवंत कंते नतीशु रमते उदा so the cause of our enjoyment that become the cause of our dukkha the same cause which we are thinking that if I have this cell phone and I have ordered Amazon oh kab aayega when we get that we will be the happiest person the same cause become this the same thing become the cause of our separation यही संस्पर्श जब होगा the contacts of the senses coming in contact with the sense object and we get a sukha but the same sukha becomes the cause of our suffering anything in this material world anything we take actually become the cause of our suffering very good what is sorry no the more we actually get into that, we get more and more entangled into this cycle of birth and death. Any example in our day-to-day life, we try to do something, but we get into more and more challenging situation. We try to solve the problem. If you see, everybody is trying to solve the problem, everybody wants to be happy, but the problem that we are trying to find the solution in the wrong platform. And when we try to solve one problem, we get into another big problem and we do not have answer for that. Any day-to-day life example. Watching cell phone, wonderful. What is the problem? What problem that it is posing? Distraction. Distraction is very mild word. Addiction. And recently, somehow I saw one. What you call those counselors for the young people, young kids, and how the young people are getting attracted to the cell phone. And once you take from that, they are going mad. That video that I saw, oh my God, the situation, very ghastly situation. And that those kids actually, what will do after 10 years or 15 years, completely lost addiction. So, so what's happening? And I see that some of our devotees are also giving the cell phone to their little one. Okay, you also see cell phone and we also see camera. You see whatever you want and they also enjoy that. And now this kid is so addicted that If you don't give the cell phone, he's not taking the prasad and mukha, no mukha. So we have to give in front of him and then just eating. And he doesn't know what he's eating, he's just remembering that. And such a fast pace that pictures are going. Imagine such a terrible brain and we are exposing such a high level of images. Not only the images, the quality of the images, the content of the images, and we are thinking that we are developing all of this. And we are not behind. So many devotees we see that Baba ले लो ये आप भी करो मजा हम भी मजा करेंगे together we will together go to the heaven. And instead of bringing to the Krishna consciousness, we are actually giving that okay because today we are busy, we are Rambo busy today, or Chala busy, or Tumbo busy, whatever we call it. We are very busy, and since we are very busy, we do not have time for our next generation. So you lay low, and you become yourself busy, and it's very serious, very grave. In fact, because these kids are exposed to the cell phone, we are just debating because he brought he brought your good name, bro? Brajavasi, see, Brajavasi, the moon Brajavasi. So we bring that don't go to this thing. So because we are exposing to such a high level of you know what is this movie? Movie is nothing but that n number of pictures are going in a flash of moment. This is not a series of photos together, it's a movie. And we are exposing the small child to such a thing. And now because of that, his brain is not developed and his thinking power, the critical thinking is actually getting disturbed. Everything is a problem. And those people, they will not be able to talk in the, because they are not only talking about, they are only seeing the movies. Their ability to the speak actually get disturbed. And not only that, they don't know how to deal with the living entities. They only know how to deal with the machines. And the more you spend time with the screen, the more you know how to deal with the machine. Because the machine will do what you are asked to do that. But you do not know how to deal with the living entity. Because the living entity will not do what you are asking to do that. So you don't know. The basic, very simple, basic social skill will not be developed. So it's very serious, very very challenging situation. Whether we are practicing or not practicing any other living entity. And this is the we thought that it is actually helping all of us. It might be helping to find how to reach here, but nothing comes in the material world. There is a here and there is also here. It comes with the negative things as well. So as a grahastha, if you cannot give Krishna to your next generation, at least don't give cell phone to them. At least do that. And giving to Krishna is the ultimate. So what else? One cannot derive the benefits, and most important that it cannot end the miseries of the life. These instructions are for human being. Now, what if we have material desire? Like, at least we cannot claim that we are free from all the material desires. We have some material desires, and Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna actually says that. So what if we have material desire? What should we do?
We offer it to Krishna.
We offer to Krishna. Yes, Mother. We should go to Krishna. Bhagavad Gita Shloka, where is the Shloka which talks about that? Again, 7th chapter. Shloka number 15, 14 or 15. Chaturvida Vajante Mam. Ye jana sukriti Arjuna. Artho Jimnasu Artharthi Jnani cha Bhargava. So 4 types of people will come. And there are 2 types of people are very co-relatable to us. We can easily correlate. And one is a Dabbo, Artho, money. Like those who need money, they come to me. And Artharthi, those who are in a distress. So these 2 types of people and the Jnanis and the are. So Krishna, and what is Bhagavatam Shloka? In the second canto, Vasudeva Goswami talks about that shloka, very famous shloka. Akama sarva kama moksha kama udari divena bhakti jate pusha kama. Even if you have akama means kama means desire. Akama means you have no desire. Sarva kama. We have all the desire. So it's in a gradual. Sukadeva Goswami talks in a gradual degradation way. The first is that the base is that akama, and the next is that sarva kama, And more dangerous is that moksha kama. Moksha kama means we are being one with the Lord. And that is what means so. Akama, sarva kama, moksha kama. Even if you have no desire, you have all desire, or even if you have desire to liberate, still you worship the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So even if you have material desire, because if you see there was one king, is on the lighter side of joke. The king and Bhagavan Sri Krishna were discussing, and Krishna said to the king, you are very great. King said, how is that I am greater than you? Lord Krishna said that if you are king, if somebody doesn't listen to you, you can expel him, you can throw him out of your kingdom. But I cannot do that. Why? Because there is nothing outside of Krishna's kingdom, right? Is there anything which is outside of Krishna's kingdom? So Krishna cannot neglect, and because he is a Samoham Sarvabhuteshu Name Dushesti Napriha, he is equal to all the living entities. He cannot just say, okay, the devotees, those who are in Panathur attending 11 o'clock program, they are no. Krishna is equal to all. He has to give opportunities for every living entity. And that is why some question may come, then why it is all Karma Kanda section is mentioned in Vedic literature? The answer is that why Karma Kanda section is mentioned? If it is not ultimate benefit, then why Karma Kanda section mentioned in Vedas?
Krishna is so compassionate. What should you opportunity?
Compassion, okay?
You are just slowly elevate people to next level.
So because not everybody ready for to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Not everybody ready to practice devotional service. And Krishna cannot reject. Because there is nothing outside of Krishna's kingdom. So he has to take care of all the living entities. So those who are not surrendered to Krishna, at least surrender to something. So that is because lower than that is that those who do not accept any guidance or any authority, at least accept some guidance, at least accept some authority and surrender to Devatas and you begin your life. So Krishna does not reject anyone. Our law is very much, it does not reject anyone. At least whatever you have, start with that. If you cannot do, at least do this. At least if you cannot do this. Where does in Bhagavad Gita Lord says? 12th chapter, 8, 9, 10, 11 slokas. This is the ultimate. If you cannot do, at least do these things. At least do these things. At least do these things. So merciful. Can you find someone? If you cannot do this, do this, do this, do this. And so finally, one should actually worship the wonderful Supreme Lord only, because when you worship the Supreme Lord, and we get actually the ultimate benefit. And but what should be our attitude toward these people, those who are worshipping devatas, hate them or criticize them, blaspheme them? I'm not even talking about devatas. We are talking about those who worship the God of Rupan, Bhutpati Atahan. So what should be our mood towards such personalities? Prabhupada mentioned in the purport. What should be our mood, attitude towards such people? Be specific.
Non-envious.
Non-envious,
Humble and passionate.
compassion, but particular to the word that Prabhupada said. The highly qualified Brahmanas situated in the mode of goodness have no grudges against those who are in the worship of others. So not to have any grudge. I told him to worship Vishnu, and he is worshipping and having grudge. Absolutely no room for that. Disrespect, absolutely no room for that. Total disrespect and grudges against all those who are worshipping devatas. What to talk about devatas? On respect of devatas. Devatas are not ordinary personality. Sometimes some of our devotees they get over excited and something in the mood of that say something about devatas, but devatas are not ordinary personality. Devatas used to go to the ocean and they should talk to Krishna. We have that facility. Are we eligible to do that? So worshipping devatas may not be recommended, but devatas in itself are not bad. We are not becoming devatas haters. We are not the demigod haters. We are not the demigod haters. If we take some good points from the material life, some philosophers, we take some quote, what to talk about our devas? Are they even lower than such a personalities? Are they lower than such a person? Absolutely. They definitely deserve much more respect than where we are. We don't even know what's happening in our body. They are the great personalities. Their worship is not recommended doesn't mean that we are not supposed to respect them or we are supposed to disrespect them or hate them. And this can actually bring a lot of infamy to our movement. Today, if you see outside people say, oh, this is called people, they are the devatas. No, we don't do that. Our parampara is very glorious. Our parampara is such that we respect the Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartika Vachana. What to talk about the Brahma Loka? Even the small Loka says that, even the small living entity we respect. What to talk about the Devatas, who are even much bigger, greater. They have directly service from Lord and they have access to the Lord directly. We have access, of course, we have access to Lord through His holy name, but they have different access to that. So respecting devatas and those who are worshippers of devatas are very important aspect. So please do not get overwhelmed or get excesses and start criticizing and blaspheming devatas. That will definitely not bring any good results. If you are supposed to worship, how can if there is a father and then you glorify father's one son and then you criticize father's other son? Will the father be happy? No. Of course, if somebody is doing wrong and all those things, and if you are in authority, that's a different story, but in general, not. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita says that Krishna Bhakta Nishkama Ataiva Shanta Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakale Shanta. जिनको भक्ति चाहिए, मुक्ति चाहिए, सिद्धि चाहिए, काम भी चाहिए, सकले व शांत. कृष्ण भक्त निष्काम अतैव शांत. Only Krishna Bhakta, those who are only Shanta, and all others are Shanta. So it is the what ultimately gives the peace. What ultimately gives peace is surrender to the Krishna Bhakta Nishkam Ataiva Shanta. The only ultimate peace can be achieved only when we surrender to Lord Sri Krishna. And I wanted to have some case study of Gajendra, how Gajendra surrendered to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And you know the story, Gajendra was fighting, and I have 3 more minutes, and we have to finish the story of Gajendra. And so Gajendra said, Gajendra realized that none of these people can actually help me. Those who are my friends and relatives could not rescue. You know the fight, right? Gajendra and crocodile. And the fight happened for how many years? Thousands years. And one was on the home pitch, another was on not his home pitch, and the match was going for thousands of years. And those who are not on the home pitch, he was losing the battle slowly and steadily. And then initially there was a support from his another elephants, his wife and everybody. Finally they realized that nobody was giving the help and he has no other choice. He has no other choice than to surrender to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And at that moment, Gajendra surrendered to the Lord Sri Krishna. At least Gajendra realized that he is under the clutches of Maya. We don't even realize that we are under the clutches of Maya. We think that we are enjoying happily. I'm having food, prasadam, I have money, I have cell phone, I have bank balance, somewhere मेरे पास, आपके पास क्या है? आपके पास भगवान है. So we even forget that Krishna, that we are under the influence of Maya. And why don't we call Krishna like Gajendra? Because the first and the foremost is that Gajendra surrendered to the Lord Krishna. We don't even know that we are under the Maya's influence. Second thing, we think that the Maya Devi will tired ho jayegi. Maya will get tired. Don't be an impression that Maya will get tired. This is the second reason, thinking that okay, I'm practicing. One day Maya will get tired and she will give up. Okay, I'm listening to Chomni Wala and Chor Dete, we will take some of Krishna. But don't be in that impression that Maya will get tired, because this Maya is none other than Bhagavad Gita Shloka number 14, chapter number 7.
It's not a-
Daivi Isha,
Guramai
Brahmamai, Mama Maya,
Duratyaya.
They are very, very, very difficult to overcome the Maya, because we see she is a divine energy of Lord Krishna. So don't be an impression. I'm talking about myself and for all of us here. Don't be an impression that Maya one day will get tired. Just like sometimes father get tired, mother get tired. Okay, if he's asking, Lelo Papa, don't but you trouble. Maya is not going to get tired. It is only you. She will be actually harassing us again and again and again. Once Prabhupada was asked, Prabhupada ji, why does Maya give suffering to us? And Prabhupada ji said that Maya wanted to know, if you practice bhakti, are you really serving Krishna, or you are creating nuisance or disturbance to Krishna? She wanted to know really. Because if somebody is coming enter, so security will ensure to make sure that he is eligible, he is bona fide, he is qualified to enter into that. Right? There was Jaya and Vijay are there. So they are working. So like this, Maya Devi wanted to check, do you, when you are practicing this, are you nuisance to Krishna, or you are serving Krishna? She wanted to make sure. And finally, the third reason that why we are not calling out Krishna, the first reason is that
we don't understand it. Today we are
we are not convinced that we are under the
Clutches of mind.
Second thing, we are thinking, hopefully one day Maya Devi will get tired and then she will get lost road that okay, Baba is out. And the third thing is that we are assuring falsely ourselves that now we have surrendered to Lord Sri Krishna and now we can solve all the problems in the material world. But we are only assuring that we have surrendered to Krishna. Did we surrender to Krishna? That is the question. Because of all this, just like Gajendra said that I have no other option, but I have only thing. Because what did Gajendra say? Very beautiful sloka, 8.2.33. एकचन अशोबलिन अंतर कोरगाता प्रचंड वेगात् अभिधावतो पुरुषं वितं प्रपन्नं परिपति यद् भयान् न मृत्युं परधाति अरणं तं विमहि. So Gajendra is saying that I was actually under the clutches of crocodile. And what is this crocodile? This crocodile is nothing but time. It's a serpent, and the time serpent is catching this Gajendra. And what did he do? At that moment, he remembered Krishna. And at that moment, when imagine that the mrityu or the time or the serpent is chasing you, you are running, the serpent is there, and then you see Krishna there. And as soon as you see Krishna there, you surrender to Krishna. And at that moment, the Kala Rupi Sarpa, instead of chasing you, it takes a U-turn and goes back. And that is where it is said that Na Mrityum Pradhavati Aranam Tam Vimhi. The moment Gajendra is saying that I was chased by the time snake, the Kala Rupi snake, and at that moment I remembered Krishna and I surrendered to Krishna. And at that moment, as soon as I surrendered to Krishna, instead of that snake chasing me, Krishna started chasing the snake, and the snake took a U-turn and started going away from me. And that is what Gajendra is saying, 8.2.33. It says that the Lord gives him protection, even death runs away in a fear of my Lord. And Gajendra was saved because he took the center of Lord Sri Krishna. And the today's last sloka of the discussion will go quickly. And why Gajendra is saying I took the shelter of Krishna. Why only Krishna? Gajendra is giving 8.2.17. प्रपन्ना पशुपाश विमोक्षणया मुक्ताय भुवि करुणाय नमो अलाय स्वांशेन सर्वतनुं भ्रूणमनसि प्रति प्रत्यक्षदृश्ये भगवते बृहदे नमस्ते. Oh my Lord, I took shelter of you because you are विमोक्षणाय, मुक्ताय विमोक्षणाय. मतलब मुक्ताय विमोक्षणाय. Who are the one who is
Giving liberation.
giving liberation. Suppose you are actually in a whale and now you want to get out of the whale, or you are caught by and you are bound by the rope. If you want to get rid of the whale or you want to get rid of the rope, what will you do?
You should get the who is not bound by
Person who is not bound. Very wonderful. So similarly here, Gajendra is saying, Madhuru Prapannam Pashupasha Vimokshana. Pashupas, I was actually under this entanglement, but you are the one who are a Masha Vimokshana. You are the one who can actually give liberation because you are outside of that. One who is actually outside of the liberation. The second reason he says that suppose now I am bound by a rope and some person is outside, he may not help me. Why he will not help? Why he should help? That is where he said, Madhuru Prapanna Pasupasa Vimokshanaaya Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya Namo Alaya. Bhuri Karunaya. Karunaya. What is Karunaya?
yes.
Great.
Yes.
Very compassionate. Even if I am bound here, somebody is already liberated, but if he does not have karuna towards me, he cannot liberate. Oh, but my Lord, you are liberated. You are Bhuri Karunai. And the third thing, he says that Namo Alaya. You are very attentive, you are not idle. It's like somebody is already liberated, he's already karunamai, but he's so spaced out that he doesn't have time to give attention to you, so he may not liberate. But oh my God, you are not alaya. Alaya means those who have not been attentive to give attention to me, and that is why I took the shelter of you. So instead of taking shelter of other devatas, why Gajendra took specifically shelter of Lord Vishnu? Because of the three reasons, and we call that. What was the first reason? Pasha Vimokshanaya. Because you are the one who is liberated, who is outside of the situation, because you are already liberated, you can give me. And what was the second reason?
Karuna.
You are Bhuri Karunaya. Oh my God, you are very merciful. Who is more merciful than our dear Lord Sri Krishna? And not only that, you are Alaya, who are never inattentive for the purpose of my deliverance. You are very attentive. It is not that only 140 crore people. How can God give attention to that? He is very attentive to every single individual soul. So with that, so what we do, we take a shelter, particularly very, very auspicious month, exclusive shelter of Srimati Radharani and Bhagavan Sri Krishna. What we are doing? Unless Sankalpa, unless Vajanam. Surrender, simply surrender unto the Lord Sri Krishna. It's so simple, but probably that we may miss it. Simple to be happy, but very difficult to become simple. And then take a right step every single day, and by that engaging in our Sankirtana. And what is our Sankirtana? Sankirtana means sadhana, Sankirtana means coming together serving Krishna, Sankirtana means coming together and seva, and Sankirtana means zero criticism to others. And with that, even in the darkest region of our life, our Lord Krishna is waiting for all of us. And without his shelter, without shelter to Lord Sri Krishna, we cannot actually get anything because we can Mukti Padaya. With that, we pause here already 8 minutes post more than 12:15. We will pause here. Any quick question or comments? Otherwise, we have your internal discussions, right?
No problem, you can cut.
ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय।
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। जय भगवान।
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare
For the
Krishna.
wonderful class. Yeah, it's for most of them it's a revision because we have heard many times. So when we keep hearing the new, even though we forgot, it has reminded us. So one question.